much. And I wanted to touch on the dance studio. You ran a studio for many years. Talk to me about what made you decide to open up your own school.
So I opened the dance school with my best friend, um, Camilla, and we were on the Sixers together. And it never was my dream to have my own studio. It just wasn't. But at the time, I was leaving one studio, and she approached me with this idea, and I said, you know what, let's go for it. I had a daughter, at the time, and I was like, maybe she might want to dance. Turns out she does dance, and she's damn good. And that's how I started. We started Monarch, $50 and a dream, and to just put all of our faith in what we knew, what we know. And that was extremely hard. Like that, owning a studio is difficult, but it's rewarding. And I just pour into the kids. You pour into the kids. If that is what you love doing, they will feel it, they will know it. And for those 14 years of doing the Nutcracker recitals, outside performances, all of that, I got to learn other elements of the studio. I got to learn how to work the digital board, work the lighting, but mostly the kids and the parents and what the parents say to you um, after you have pulled out this phenomenal routine from a kid. Um, but the studio, having that for the last 10 years, it had come to a healthy close. Um, I have no regrets, and I, I I thank God that I did it.
And I'm sure you had a lot of favorite parts, as you mentioned. You get to see things from a whole nother perspective as well by
Mhm.
doing stuff out off stage as well. But did you have like something what was like your favorite part about running the studio?
My favorite part was when we would be outsourced to do um, different workshops in different communities. Different schools that weren't as elaborate, and having to go into these places where you're teaching teens and they don't even want to, half of them don't even want to be in school, but I have to find a way to teach them a routine in 16 hours when you break it down, and entrance exit clothing. We have to figure this out. We have to get the arts inside of them, or if it's inside, pull it out. And once you do that and accomplish that, the outsourcing from the studio, working in these different, vastly different communities and schools, that was the most rewarding to this day. And the notes that you receive, from these kids, like these kids in the middle of learning, kickball step, they're, throwing up gang size, and they're about to, go at it. But not to be funny, but it was literally like beat it, like get in between
Mhm.
them and like, let's dance, let's dance it out. Seriously, because when they go home, we don't know what they have to do, but they know when they come see, Miss Chiquita and Miss Camilla, they know that for an hour they're just gonna lose it and they're just gonna have fun. They're gonna give me everything they have. And when that happens, oh my God, it's like, yes, yes.
It- and it's great exercise too. It's
Woo.
movement, so you're able
Oh,
to you get a workout in from it.
oh, yeah, you better. You better. I mean, listen, I'm gonna say this, and I said what I said. You gotta look like what you do. You can't be, you gotta look like what you do. That's all I'm saying.
Now, outside of your time in the wrestling industry and in the dance industry, I know you've been involved with a lot of charity organizations, have partnered up with various groups. What kinds of things have you done outside of the business to help out in your community?
Ooh, hosting hosting free workshops for um, mothers and children. Hosting free dance lessons, visiting different schools just to see their routines and give them constructive criticism. Because when you do what I do, you have a rate. You have, this is your job. And just to put that on hold to say, let me go see what they're doing. Let me go check them out. Let me go instill some of my knowledge, with the kids and have Q&As. Also, with the charities, with the different schools, as far as the high schools are concerned, that was really big. Instilling the dance with that, with those communities. In addition to not just one specific charity, but my own personal um, philanthropic work. My own personal things that I give that I don't necessarily have to discuss with anyone because it's just what I have to give. And I feel like I never knew how do you give back with dance? So how do you do that? You give your time, you give your constructive criticism, you give your veridical feedback, you give your presence, and that is the best way I know how. Like, thus far, I'm going to start working at the church and on Rittenhouse Square with the homeless. I'm always finding somebody homeless and giving them something and finding out their name. I don't know.
Well, that's good that you're able to, that you're doing that because people of all, backgrounds deserve to have the same, you know,
Yeah, they deserve
lifestyle
to eat.
and yeah,
They deserve to eat.
people deserve to eat, people
They
deserve to have a
deserve,
home, they deserve to, you know, have things in their life.
yes, yes. And if you have it, if you have 2 bottles of water and you see somebody, just give it. If you have $2, you only need one, just give it. And that's what I choose to do in my own capacity.